Hey und willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von The Letter. Ja, ich weiß, ich habe länger nichts mehr gezeigt. Deswegen machen wir ja jetzt weiter. Wir waren ja in der letzten Folge mit Zachary fertig geworden. Deswegen sind wir jetzt in Marianne. Oder Marianne. Marianne, so. Also die Designerin für Hannah und Luke. Und dann machen wir auch weiter. 7:15 p.m. Also, ihr wisst schon, was ich meine. The numbers are so little on the top of my screen and they glare at me with such intensity that I can just hear their accusation. I'm late for a night out with the girls. Yes, but I have a perfectly good excuse, jeez. Considering I didn't follow typical office hours, they really can't expect me to be able to just go as I please at 5:30 on the dot. The client is first and foremost my priority. I have to sit tight when my personal assistant Chris tells me we have a big one coming up and that I shouldn't miss this one. He knows a lot more on the who's who and the what's what when it comes to these socialities, and I trust the judgment call. I really don't have time for rich people, their drama and their politics. These are sorts who were born with silver spoons in their mouth and who we used to begin their silver tongues about. I let him handle the negotiation with them for the most part. Why else would I have hired him? But he told me I received a message about it an hour ago.
Now, if only he has the full shilling when it comes to the time.
Man kann auch schon erkennen, dass sie ihr Akzent ist ja nicht ganz englisch, sondern sie kommt ja, so wie ich hier im Profil entnehmen habe, aus Irland. Come on, I have a social life too, you know? To an extent. Sort of. Pressing my head against the table, I tried to stave off an oncoming headache when the notification for a new email pops up. All I'm expecting is a, hey, this looks like a good project I found. Go send them a design or something like that. Really, that's how it often goes. Even with these rich, jammy clients who's heard of me, they're equally rich, jammy friends, I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat. Which is all well and good and reasonable. We figured out what they want, sent them my portfolio, my drafts for their project, my rates, and hope for the best. This is a big client, Marianne. I'll babysit Ruth for you. Ah, das war ihre Katze, ne? Ja, die hat Isabella nämlich getroffen. Just please take this one project. I promise this person is huge in Luxburn. Da steht von Johann Schröken. Also Johannes hat... Chris... Mr. Parker, this is a formal request to search the service of Mary McCullough, who ran after called the designer, as authorized by Hannah White, who ran after called the client for interior design work at Emigard Mansion, Luxburn, LX18 ORF, United Kingdom. Oh. The client hopes to have the designer there on 21 October, Friday, with the time pending. But as I open the mail and see that I've been requested by the client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that, and it's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited. They will be working with the Hannah White. She's just one of those rich socialities that everybody loves to talk about, no matter how hard I try to tone such nonsense out. It will have been enough for me to reply an affirmative to Chris and leave, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We worked with big personalities in the past, celebrities. Bankers and even a few politicians. My PA had been indifferent about those. So the question bounces about my school before I spy one of the email attachments. Whoa, okay. A newspaper clipping for the Luxembourg Daily, this news section boasted a headline, White Enterprise donates $2.5 million to refuge? It certainly cost quite a steer back then. Apparently they had invited business and socialities everywhere in the guise of it being some big business announcement.
2.5 mil and an expensive-looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Not that I should be so careless. They're going to do a lot of good and help a community of people without those pounds. Und ich habe gemerkt, in manchen Abschnitten reden die einfach nicht. Also dann lese ich das einfach vor oder warte, bis sie reden. Und wenn es dann nichts kommt, dann rede ich einfach. I, of all people, shouldn't criticize such acts whenever they were for show or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headline out of the way, however, I find myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because, wow, here I am expecting a sour old woman in a blazer and skirt. Oh, but the woman that was placed on the front page looked like she belongs on the front page of the anatomy section, or even, if I'm to be crass, as the pin-up for a glamour. Okay, I'll be really here. A man's magazine. She sure knows how to rock that dress. Wait. Her hair, her eyes, her lips, she can't be her. And at the same time, she is her, only several years older. She looked just like... No, come on, Meg. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. With a shake of my head, I step out of it and reach out for my phone when it is nearly falling off my chair in the process. Who else would be on the other line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
That's what I say. Yet I still don't move from my chair, face flushed and heart racing. I could only stare until I can will myself to reply that yes, I'm accepting the assignment. And it takes even more time for me to just close the image, shut down the computer and leave. Even then, it's already burned its image into my head, no matter how much I wish it would just disappear. It makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. It makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just hop, skip and a jump from here. Okay, hier ist jetzt, hier in der Szene singt die gleich, ich hoffe, YouTube gibt mir keinen Strike oder Copyright. Auf jeden Fall, sie singt es, ich hab nichts davon, gehört mir nichts, also nur mal so als kleine Info. The Galway Short, as it's called by those who frequent place, is the only decent Irish pub in this county. Da haben wir's. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Crawl Bar. My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxbar. Well, that is when I'm not cooped up in my condo and working anyway. It has good alcohol, good company, and thank God and thank Celia, good music. Quad favorites like the Bothy Nose, the High Wesleyman, and Second Fusion Orchestra are often played. Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Oh Gott, das hört sich komisch an. Anyone could just break out into a drinking song, and the others in the pub were just wonderful that they start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best of ways to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't poke in the middle of the chorus as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. Oh, what better time than to try and sing all my words away? That's what my intelligent brain tells me. Okay, gleich. Ich hab nichts davon, ne? Also, ihr wisst, was ich meine.
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart, I was my only slave.
Also ich persönlich kann das Lied jetzt nicht, also wenn ihr es kennt, könnt ihr ja mal in die Kommentare unten schreiben. Okay. But drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of her makes me think of her. Okay, wir werden anscheinend sehr viel von ihr hier erfahren.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
Aber die Hintergrundmusik passt überhaupt nicht zu ihrem Gesinge. It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest remember of her can cause me such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Cause that might just the both. Any other day, I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
Die hat aber eine voll gute Stimme. Also die ihre Stimme geliehen hat. Haha. But I already have a client and we'll be having our first little meet agreed in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you. 'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
I want to at least enjoy this night, get over the hangover tomorrow and return to being a proper professional after.
That song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her a hand, Galway shawl.
Considering the state, I will excuse my smug grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub's patrons. Because, possibly off-key public singing aside, I feel like I'm on top of the world right now, and that's a good reason as any to bird out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good French, there's nowhere else I want to be tonight. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone! A round of applause!
That was so good! You rock, Marianne.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
Read 'em and weep, bitches.
Also das ist anscheinend, also von meiner Seite jetzt aus gesehen ist links die Cam und rechts ist die andere. Ich habe ihren Namen jetzt gerade nicht gelesen. Ups. Kamala's diamond endorsement ring gleams as she holds it up for all the world to see. She has reason to be proud. 3 years of living together and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago and look at where I am.
Haruna. Okay, das ist die andere da, die die Zigarette in der Hand hält.
But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Of course, if something like Haruna's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor. I can't be happier for my friend right now.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Well, we both would be there for Cam, won't we, Haruna and I? Haruna, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person. Even loaned me money to open a studio, and she didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we all miss our Japanese firecracker. Oh, okay. We meet in yoga class, something I had joined to keep myself in shape and, well, honestly, so that I could make friends when I had moved to Luxembourg. Clearly it worked like a charm. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die with me on that first day. No, sir. I love these girls so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
Oi.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Das Bild hat sich gerade verändert. Die gucken so, oh fuck, und sie nur so.
Oh, come on! That's a lame excuse and you know it! You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now! Maybe some hunk will be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
Hey, look at me, I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
I mentioned druids and demons once. They don't even know the rules or understand what the numbers mean. And I certainly am not some sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from a miracle worker and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right. Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That would explain some things. Haruna, you don't have a ring anymore. Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
But the more I deny, the louder they tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes her arm over my shoulder and leans in.
Will I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
I know they're just kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala noticed my silence and Haruna sees the expression on my face, they stop. And when the awkward air settles over as the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened, they probably won't even remember it when they wake up with massive hangovers anywhere.
Sorry.
Me too.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say more. We are definitely far too drunk tonight. Eventually the fun times and it's a weekday after all. And with Haruna being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Oh, Krankenschwester. Interessant. Cam also has a loving fiancé waiting for her at home and really did have to make a fuss about having left some buns in the oven when she took off early. Really, I understand. I was the one who insists who was determined to get pissed drunk anywhere. Moving to the bar, I sit alone at last. Alone with a stranger. Da ist der Luke. Oh. Die trifft ihn vorher schon. Oh Gott. Bitte kein One-Night-Stand. Bitte kein One-Night-Stand. Nein. Oi. I haven't seen him here before. Obviously not a regular. He hasn't said a word and just sits there savoring his drink. With his whiskey served neat in one hand and lighter in the other, it doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet, and maybe I should go before he just looked my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde, and those two things plus alcohol never did me any good. Oh fuck. Marianne, bitte, nein, das ist dein Klient nachher. I thought too late. Judging by the way his flushed face and the dazed look in his eye, he as pissed drunk as I am. Oh ja, wie er betrunken ist. Er betrinkt sich ja gerne. But whereas I feel like keeling over, he looks like he's still really ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he just has the air of one of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy. Please don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see.
Da steht Whisky. Okay. Ach ja, warte.
Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
But then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails, of course.
Oh mein Gott, wenn die betrunken sind, die reden komisch. Fat chance. But it doesn't matter, we both know how to play this game. And there are two different ways for the night to end. One thing or another is going to happen. The question is, what do I want to do?
Oh no, that's fine. I'd rather order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
He looks like he's about to say some witty retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. I order a mid-julep, he gets another whiskey, and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no question, I tell you no lies, goes without saying. We ask nothing about each other, offering up falsehood to establish a true fake connection between two strangers at a pub, if only to pass the time. Whiskey, as I have come to call him, is supposedly 21 years old, single, takes care of his sick mother, and is manager of some sort. Manager of what? I didn't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint, as he has come to call me, is 29 and I am What did I say I was again? Oh yes, I told him that I was a professional chocolate taster. Because, fuck it. If I'm going to lie what about my job is, might as well make it fun. Oh. It's a pretty decent chat between two pretty drunk strangers. And maybe it's just me, but we might as fucking well expend the tiniest amount of effort in protecting there's something meaningful in this meeting. Would have been nice too if it was just left at that. But during a lull in the conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've never been with a woman taller than me.
And to think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will, whiskey.
That's perfect.
Can we go back to the history of chocolates? Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
What? Saint Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come from the four corners of the world just to see the pure light of her aqueous green eyes. If she were so lucky anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson.
Oh, look with nein.
Come on, Mint. You know and I know what you came here for.
Nein. For not every city was gallant and she was not no fool. She had known that sooner or later she wouldn't be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
Nein! So she had taken out a knife and gouged out her own eyes. Ew.
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Marianne Howe. Impressed with her devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. He has a special sense of humor, hasn't he? Because that only meant suitors keep going after Lucy, and she'd keep her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Said Lucy, help me. Help me turn away from sin. Help me with my own blindness.
My place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much for you. And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream. You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nein! Oh nein. Oh! Nein! Scheiße! Es geht ja noch weiter. The best thing about having my condo so close to the pub is the ease of access. As long as I can still stand and walk, I can make it home. Maybe I need help from a kind neighbor or two to help me with the last leg if I really gone overboard on the alcohol. But I always made it home. Sometimes with company. Cause it always comes with complications, especially with the real clingy one. But it isn't anything a good tip about stalkers that the building security can fix. I'm always nervous though, even if this isn't the first time I've done this. On the third few minutes when we enter my room are the first few agonizing minutes when I try not to panic. Okay, Max, so far so good. Don't let him smell your fear under all that liquid courage. He leaves sooner or later and I'll never have to see him again, just like every other man before him. Doch, deswegen, nein, mach ich nicht, nein, Kacke. I like to say to myself that the men I've brought to my place were more scared than I was. Yet there is no fear when I look into Whiskey's eyes, only delight. When he starts touching me, I don't even hesitate when I push him against the door. Roughness is to be expected. And as long as he sticks to the script, everything will go smoothly. We'll have our little tumble in the sheets if you leave. We'll forget about it. If somebody asked what I really want, I would have told them that I wanted a bed of roses, chocolate and music, maybe in an Irish castle. But all I really want is her, and that's never going to be a reality. That was my fault, of course. Because I was afraid. Because I was a coward. There would never hold a candle up to her. She was the light of my life. And I had let her go. I can't even be bothered at the thought of her. Just the single thought of her makes my resolve to see this affair through waver.
Wait.
What is it now?
Yes, what is it now? What is going to be, Marianne? To sex or no to sex? This is wrong. Nothing, never mind. Okay, nothing, never mind ist die Sexszene. Die will ich aber nicht. Aber er wird ein Mitklient von Hannah Wright, weil er ja der Mann von Hannah Wright ist. Luke Wright. Deswegen sage ich, das ist wrong. Weil er ist ein verheirateter Mann. Und sie ist nachher die Designerin von deren Haus.
We're both drunk.
And?
This is wrong.
Genau!
Don't you think it's a bit fucked up that we're about to have sex and we're just calling each other by the drinks that we had? How messed up are we?
Doll, shut up with the ethics and morality talk. It is seriously putting me out of the mood.
Doll, ich bin...
If you want to leave now, Whiskey, I understand. I mean, with how smashed you are, it'd probably be best for you to sleep the night unless you want to be mugged. But I won't stop you. And this isn't going to happen.
Bloody hell.
Yeah! Of course, he's annoyed at me for putting off our night of sexual congress. But no means no. And beyond spewing a few profanity under his breath, he surprisingly simmers down soon enough. I was worried for a moment that he might try to force something. Instead, he makes a show of fixing his suit and smoothing down his hair before making himself comfortable on the nearest seat he could find.
What are you doing then? You have a guest in your home. Put the damn kettle on.
Ach, du machtest Tee.
Dandelion tea if you have it. But I suppose all you have are those shitty tea bags from the store.
If isn't for the absurdity of this turn of events, I would have flipped him off for thinking I have no taste. But in the end, I just laugh. All I got are cans of Korean ginseng and lemon balm through no dandelion. Without a second thought, I do wet the tea. That's 3 minutes to get the kettle to a boil. 3 minutes where we say nothing to each other. I mean, what do you even say to the guy I was going to sleep with until I changed my mind? I doubt he's in the mood to talk about the influence of trolls on Mallory. It's still unusual by the time we both sit on my bed with mugs of tea in hand.
Just so you know, whatever is going on right now is a lot stranger and fucked up than the one night stand.
Now the one night stands are fucked up.
We are two messed up individuals by your logic.
Everything is messed up, if you ask me. War, terrorism, famine, poverty, loved ones and loved lost. Oh, this whole world is a cesspool.
Whoa, okay. The dead air is telling when it fills the room once more. One would think that this is the perfect time to burst to spill about whatever issues that made us the fuck up person that we are today. And it is. But I guess some part of me would rather not put the weight of my problems on somebody else's shoulder. It wouldn't be fair to leave that to a person when I don't even know if we ever see each other again. Sooner rather than later we both pass out on my bed, marks left forgotten on the floor. Oh. Hey! Ja, okay. Ich höre hier auf. Ich hoffe, euch hat der Part gefallen. Und wir hören uns beim nächsten Part wieder. Bis dahin, ciao, ciao!